Nocturnal Animals is a film directed by Tom Ford. The film stars Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Shannon. Tells about Susan, an artist who has a beautiful face and appearance. After arriving home, she found a delivery of a novel script from someone named Edward, who is Susan's ex-husband. And this is Hutton, Susan's husband. He is a businessman. Susan told Hutton that she just got a novel script from her ex-husband named Edward. After 19 years Susan had not heard from him. At night Susan began to read the script of the novel, entitled Nocturnal Animals. In the script, it is told that a husband and wife and a daughter are preparing their belongings to go to Bailey City. It was night. In the middle of a quiet journey, there was a car containing a group of thugs, named Ray, Luo, Turk, blocking their car. After passing the thugs' car, the thugs did not just stand still, they again blocked Tony's car, and made Tony accidentally hit the back of the thug's car. Did not accept being hit, this group of thugs started hitting Tony's car many times, causing Tony to be pulled over. Tony's family, who was scared, asked Tony to hurry away, and when Tony wanted to leave, it turned out that Tony's car tire was flat, so Tony's car couldn't run. This man named Ray offered to repair Tony's tires. Tony agreed and Ray asked Tony's family to get out of the car so they could fix Tony's tires. When Lou and Turk were repairing Tony's car tires, Ray interfered with Tony's family and Tony, who was annoyed, tried to fight back, didn't like to see Tony's reaction. Ray beat Tony until he fell. When finished repairing tires, Tony's family rushed to leave, but when his wife and his daughter got into the car, Ray and Turk also came in and kidnapped them. Tony just stared at his daughter and his wife who had been kidnapped. A frightened Susan immediately closed the book, and took a cell phone to call Hutton, who was with a woman. When talking with Hutton, Susan overheard the voice of a hotel employee talking to a woman. Susan suddenly realized that Hutton was having an affair with another woman. Susan could only be silent. The scene returns to the novel where Tony has to be taken with Lou to a place. Before arriving at the location, Tony sees his car near the trailer which may have his family in the trailer. Tony wants to stop but he can't because Lou is with him. Tony was released in an empty land without knowing how the condition of his daughter and wife was. After a while Ray and Turk were seen returning to bring Tony. A frightened Tony hid behind the rocks.
Hey mister! Your wife wants you!
Because Ray and Turk could not find Tony, they returned. And the next day, Tony managed to escape and tried to find help. After some time later Tony finally found the nearest house to ask for help. At the police station, Tony told the incident that had happened and the purpose of his trip. The police explained that there was no city called Bailey and asked Tony to stay at the nearest motel and would notify if there was news of his family. While he was lying down the phone suddenly rang. The police informed Tony they only found Tony's car but not with his family and the case will be taken over by Lieutenant Andes. After meeting Lieutenant Andes, Tony was asked to show the location of the crime scene. Tony agreed and started showing the location of the crime scene.
Stop the car. Stop the car.
After arriving at the crime scene, Tony was shocked to see the bodies of his wife and his daughter who were naked. In the past, it was seen how Susan met Edward. At a restaurant, it was revealed that Susan was the first person Edward had a crush on, and
will you come home with me?
Back to the novel, Lieutenant Andes explains what caused the death of Tony's wife and daughter. Tony's wife had a fractured skull and her daughter was strangled and they both had been raped. That night Lieutenant Andes emailed Tony to check if the person in the email was the culprit, but because Tony was still sad he couldn't answer.
No. Buck, what's wrong with you, man? It's a blank.
While sleeping Tony dreamed that his wife and daughter were being raped. The next day Tony told the lieutenant the person in the email was the culprit. Lieutenant Andes and Tony met again. Lieutenant Andes informed that last night there was an attempt at a supermarket mugging at the mall which left one of the 3 perpetrators dead, one running away, and another one being caught, and the lieutenant wanted to see if Tony could identify the arrested perpetrator. It didn't take long for Tony to immediately find out the culprit. Lou dodged, but Tony was very familiar with his face.
No, I don't know.
You now, Lou.
At work, Susan saw a painting that said revenge. She was confused, asked her coworkers where did the painting come from. Coworker replied, Susan were the one who bought it. Her coworker also showed a camera that was watching her son, and when Susan saw it, Tony and Lieutenant went to where Ray was, to be interrogated, and arrested him.
Answer me, you fucking bastard!
In the past, when Edward asked Susan's opinion whether the script was good, and Susan felt the script was not good.
This is it. This is what.
You sound like your mother.
And also how Susan met Hutton. Back to the novel, Lieutenant Andes has bad news. He tells Tony that Ray was released because the prosecutor thought the evidence was lacking. Tony was very angry, but Lieutenant Andes had other ideas. Here Lieutenant Andes tells Tony that he has lung cancer and he will be replaced by someone else, and if that happens the case will be dropped. So before that happens he won't let the killer get away and will act out of procedure.
It's metastasized.
And Lieutenant Andes asked Tony if Tony was willing to act out of procedure.
I'm not gonna let this asshole fuck up my last case. You willing to go outside of strict procedure on this?
Yes.
In this scene it can be seen when Susan is still with Edward. Susan wants to end their relationship because Susan is not happy.
I'm just really, really unhappy.
Lieutenant Andes catches Ray after he gets drunk and takes him to Lieutenant Andes' camp with Tony. And they brought Lou. Before killing the lieutenant took off both of their handcuffs and wanted Tony to kill them. He told where Tony should shoot. When Tony wanted to shoot, Lieutenant Andes suddenly wanted to throw up. At that moment, because Ray knew that Tony had not dared to shoot, Ray and Lou took the opportunity to run away, but quickly the lieutenant took a gun from Tony and shot Lou.
Come back here, you No, please.
Back to Susan's past. Here it looks Susan is with Hutton to abort Edward's child. Susan feels sorry and surprisingly Edward turns out to be right in front of her.
Edward.
Tony is very sad. He feels he should be able to protect his family and this incident will not happen.
I should have stopped it.
Lieutenant Andes calms Tony. Lieutenant Andes and Tony were planning to look for Ray on the highway, and when Tony crossed the trailer, Tony thought to check the trailer and sure enough Ray was inside. When Tony wanted to shoot, Ray again taunted Tony. Ray said he remembers when he raped Tony's wife, and also he said Tony is a weak person.
You're too weak. What do you think about it?
Tony woke up the next day with serious eye injuries. Tony didn't forget to check Ray's condition. After knowing Ray was dead, Tony walked out and gave a shot to the sky, maybe hoping Lieutenant Andes came. Due to a fatal wound to the eye, Tony lost a lot of blood, and he fell and unfortunately the gun was accidentally shot in his limbs. Tony died. The scene changed. Susan, who was lying down, saw there was an incoming message, and it turned out to be a message from Edward. Edward sent a message that he wanted to meet Susan on Tuesday night. Tuesday night, Susan is getting ready and dressing up very beautifully. Susan is waiting for Edward to come.